Good morning, afternoon, math class. Based on our fast food activity with our expressions, we're going to fill out this graphic organizer for expressions and like terms. So when we combine like terms together, like we did with our fast food, we need to talk about some definitions. So a term is a single number, a variable, or a combination of numbers and variables that form the math problem or the expression that we are about to do. So this right here is an expression, and the question says how many terms. So the terms in this one would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice that I'm putting the sign in front of it with the number or letter behind it. Now, the letters that we're talking about today are variables, and that's any letter that you would see in an expression that stands for an unknown value. The other part is called a coefficient, and that would be the 2, the -4, the +7. These are numbers that are multiplied by a variable. So you're going to see that we have coefficients in all three of them that have our variable piece. So this is a variable. This is a variable. And this is x. This is a coefficient, or 2x. And this is not a coefficient written like it is, but it is a 1/2 times x if you write it this way. So this is a division problem with a coefficient of x and dividing it by 2. Now, a constant is going to be the last piece, and that's going to be a value that never changes. This number 3 is a constant. It's never going to have a variable with it. So what we have is x is our variable in this little example, and +2 is going to be our constant. So this is an example of a constant. At the bottom, we have like terms, and that's going to be things that have variables or constants that are the same. So in this one, I've highlighted 7x and 2x. I didn't highlight 3 and -2 because I wanted them to stand out. So these are common or like terms from this expression. These are like constants. This expression at the bottom has none. Now, as we open it up to the inside of our graphic organizer, I would like you to take a second and put like or unlike by each of these. I would like you to pause the video and try it, and then check your answers. Okay, the first one, these are constants and like. These are coefficients with variable x. These are like. These are unlike because one is x and one is y. These are like because it doesn't matter about the 3 and 2. It's the variables a and b that we're looking at. And the last one is the trickiest. These are not like. These are unlike terms. Now, just so that we remember, take a minute and pause and write this down. This is going to be our operations refresher, which is PEMDAS. So please write down our notes for what each of the steps stand for. All right, with 2 or 3 colors, I would like you to take this expression with all of these terms, and I want you to color code the things that are like. So both of these, 2 and -4, both have x's. 3 and -7 both have y's. And -9 and -7 have xy's. So they are their own category, okay? Now I want you to regroup them. So I want you to put the yellows together, the 4, -4, and the 2, add them. The 3 and the -7, add them. And the -9xy and the -7xy, add them. So the sign in front stays with the term. Now our job is to combine what we have in each parentheses. So this parenthesis here gives us a -2x. The y parentheses give us a -4y. And the xy parentheses give us -16xy. Now, I don't want to write it with all of these double symbols plus a -4y plus a -16xy. So we write it as such. -2x minus 4y minus 16xy. I would like you to pause the video and try this one on your own. Okay, for the last problem, there's only a z, there's only an x. There were 2 y's, they go together, and there are 2 constants, which means I'm putting my y's together and my constants together, which means when I rewrite it, I have 5z plus 6x minus 12y plus 18. Good job.